to fall back and help the defense. And if you notice in Man U's games, most times, if Man U presses high and get the ball, okay, they don't even know what to do with the ball. That's another issue entirely in itself because the attacking is absolute shite. Pardon my French. Now, if Man U lose the ball up front, if you notice, good teams are able to just slice through that midfield and get to the keeper and make attempts or score goals. So there is just this gap. There's this big hole in that midfield that I feel those midfielders need to have the discipline.
Welcome back to the prison, ladies and gentlemen. We have him here. The renegade Manchester United fan. We found a way to bring him back. Ladies and gentlemen, we present you Mr. D1. How we doing?
Yeah, nice one. You reeled me in. Like, you just like, you know what? You just reeled me in. So, no wahala. We're here. It's good to be back.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Yeah.
Same to you.
Yeah. Thank you. How have you been today?
Can't complain. It's Christmas. It's Christmas Day, so we're just waiting for all the goodies that will come in, the food and everything else that comes with it.
That's fine. That's fine. So, it's playing tomorrow, Boxing Day, Manchester United versus Aston Villa at Trafford. How bullish are you?
Bullish. Can any Man U fan within their mind be confidently bullish? No, because on every match day, you don't know which Man U will turn up. The one that will play well or the one that will bend over. So I'm not bullish about anything. I'm not bullish.
Wow.
I think
this is at Old Trafford, right? This is at Old Trafford. This is not at Villa Park. Come on,
Man U.
I have confidence.
Man U got molested by Bournemouth at Old Trafford. Okay, so Old Trafford doesn't hold. Yeah. Old Trafford is no longer that fortress it used to be. Any team can come to Old Trafford and get a result if they put their mind to it, because this group of players, there's just nothing to be confident about with them. I mean, I'm a Man U fan. I'm telling you, there's nothing to be confident about with this team. They're not playing good, and it doesn't even look like they're on a trajectory to playing good, because it's just like this stuttering results. You play well today, tomorrow you come, you bend over. Chelsea comes, you play okay, even though we know Chelsea are horrible. You play okay, you're like, okay, you get a result. And then the next game you bend over, you play against Liverpool, you put on a stellar performance defensively. Let me just be very emphatic on that. You put a stellar performance, and then you go into your next game and you bend over. It's like, okay, what's going on? So there's just nothing to be confident about with this group of players, seriously.
Yeah, but I would like you to actually tone your vocabulary or your vernacular down. The use of bending over you've been using regarding Man U. I understand that Man U have actually changed your vocabulary.
Okay, I'm sorry. Now, when I say bend over, it means to get spanked. I don't know which path your thoughts are going, but
no, you are the one using such vernacular on this platform, so
okay,
it's just what it is.
Okay, all right, okay. Thanks for making me clarify.
So, if you look at your last 5 results, right? You've just won one win in 5, right? 1 win, 3 losses, 1 draw. While Aston Villa has 3 wins and 2 draws.
2 draws.
You guys are comfortable in your 8th position. 9 wins in total, 8 losses and 1 draw. Aston Villa have 12 wins, 3 losses and 3 draws. They are actually comfortable in the 3rd position at the moment. So it doesn't all go well that you guys might get any result against Aston Villa. Even though the away form of Aston Villa is not the best, and the home form of Man U is not the best too. So what are you projecting for this match?
So for the match, honestly, I cannot. This is one of the moments as a Man U fan. This is not just for now. I mean, it's been that way for a few seasons. That I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to expect. I'm trying to be positive and say, oh, Man U get a result. But I think Aston Villa they have a well put together team that is kind of, churning out this result for them. And I feel like they might come and get a result at Old Trafford. Maybe a draw, or they might just nick it.
So you are not confident of a win at Old Trafford, regardless of
For
how you have been
Manchester,
scoring.
for Manchester United, maybe they'll get a draw.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get a draw. Maybe they'll get a
So
draw.
okay. Even though we are doing a preview to this match, let's put the match on hold. What is the problem of Manchester United this season? What do you think is the problem?
I will go to Ten Hag a little bit, and I'll go on those players. So maybe I'll say for Ten Hag it's like maybe 25%, because even with the limited resources that he has, I feel like he's not making very good use of those resources, because he has some players that play in this team that he's waiting for them just to be at the right place at the right time to kick the ball into the net. Players like Scott McTominay.
Okay.
Bruno Fernandes, good player, but I'll call him out on something. Bruno pushes up so much, McTominay pushes up so much, and then you leave one player to hold the midfield. Now look at the second goal in the last game that Man U played. I forgot, against West Ham. Kobe was the only player that was defensive minded, that was, trying to hold that midfield, while McTominay and those guys were just operating on vibes and inshallah, pushing forward. And then leaving this guy to hold the midfield. There's no cohesion among those midfielders. They don't create a compactness that kind of gives the defense that confidence that whatever ball comes in, we'll be able to deal with it if it goes past you guys. Because Bruno and McTominay are up there with the trio up front, who are the attackers. You leave just Kobe to fall back and help the defense. And if you notice in Man U's games, most times, if Man U presses high and get the ball, okay, they don't even know what to do with the ball. That's another issue entirely in itself, because the attacking is absolute shite. Pardon my French. Now, if Man U lose the ball up front, if you notice, good teams are able to just slice through that midfield and get to the keeper and make attempts or score goals. So there is just this gap. There's this big hole in that midfield that I feel those midfielders need to have the discipline and presence of mind to know when to press and when to fall back. But sadly, they don't. So I would say Ten Hag, on that 25% side, yes, players are injured. Yes, you have your first team, your first team players are not like always readily available. So cut him some slack in that. But these players that you have right now, he's not using them. I mean, at least he's not using them as well as I think he should. Because don't forget, during Fergie days, I'm sorry if I cut you short if you're trying to say something. During Fergie days, yes, we've had times when Carrick had to play centre back. I remember one game against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Carrick played centre. He was one of the centre back. I think he played 5 or 6. And we need a 1-0 victory in that game. We've had moments when we've had to convert even Raphael to a winger. We've had moments when he has needed to make tweaks just because of I have injuries and I need to make use of what I have. But still, a good manager will know how to use the players you have available, not to win 5-0, 6-0, but at least to nick those crucial results. But I don't know about Ten Hag, man. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
So are you Ten Hag out, or
no? I'm not Ten Hag out. I'm not Ten Hag out.
You still want him to remain? I
think he has something to offer. I think he has something to offer. So just cut him some slack and let's see how this season pans out.
So when does Sancho return?
Talk about never. I don't think that guy is coming back. I don't think so. There's a clash of egos going on, and sadly, Sancho's ego doesn't have the backing that he thinks he does have. So he thinks maybe he'll go to another club, which I'm sure he will, but his ego is just too big. And if he does that, player power will keep on thriving at Old Trafford. And that's one thing that
if I'm going to ask you a direct question, right? Are you supporting Sancho over the manager, or you're supporting the manager over Sancho?
I'm supporting the manager over Sancho any day, anytime. Any day, anytime. You cannot.
Why?
You can't have two bosses on one team. Ten Hag is the manager.
Sure.
Sancho spoke out of turn to me. He spoke out of turn. Even if you want to say something, yeah, people will say the manager called him out, so he had to respond in like manner by talking on Twitter. But still, the manager is the manager. He's the one that gives these press conferences. He was asked a direct question, and he said he didn't train well. Now, he didn't say Sanchez is a good player. Players have times when they don't train well and they are not in the team. Fergie has done that before. You didn't train well. He didn't say you're a terrible player. Now, Sancho had things on his chest that he needed to let out. He's a professional, number one. You're a professional who gets paid big money. So that big money you get paid should be able to at least compensate for some times when you have something to say. You're a professional, you don't have to say it. Just like when a player is on the pitch, he gets riled up by the opposition player. You don't go punching your opposition player because he riles you up. You have to take it in and hope the referee sees or hear. The referee sees here and punishes the opposition player. If that doesn't happen, you can't punch. You can't say you want to do whatever, be physical or anything, because you get sent off. In that same vein, as a professional player, your manager says something you don't like, go to your manager's office and talk to him about it. You went on Twitter, you put stuff out, you left the stuff up there for a whole week, and then you had a conversation. The manager said you have to apologize for what you said. You are saying no, you will not apologize. Then who the hell are you?
So what do you think will outlive who? Do you think the manager will outlive Sancho or Sancho will outlive the manager?
No, I think the manager will outlive Sancho. I think so.
Confident?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay.
I think so. This January, I'm thinking he will leave this January. I was even saying some news about his contract. You know, they're thinking of terminating it because he's getting paid. He's getting paid, and I think that's what he's like. Yeah, I'm getting my money. Let's see who will get tired first. They'll terminate his contract. He will leave.
Yeah. I mean, so even though I try to play devil's advocate, I still think that there's hierarchy in life. Like the manager is the manager. Yes, I understand you feeling annoyed and a little bit livid that he called you out, but come on, he's the manager.
They called him out, and
it's a benevolent dictatorship. He's the manager. Whether you like it or not, he has the final say.
Right. And so, rightfully, Sancho had grievances saying, oh, there's favoritism and there's this and that. I mean, everybody should definitely have a point of view and have a platform to express it. But tweeting out, the club has enough problems already.
It went the wrong way, in my opinion. It went the wrong way. That was not the right way.
And your colleagues are telling you, guy, get past this team, talk to this guy and play your football. You are saying no. So I mean, I guess he has three big brass cojones and he's trying to show it off.
So back to the preview. So what will be your score line for this match?
I'm looking at a 1-1 or a 2-1 for Villa.
Wow. No, you don't think you guys can actually nick something in terms of 3 points against Aston Villa?
Well, they should surprise me. But I'm looking at
the mighty are falling. They surprise you.
They should surprise me. That team is it's in shambles. Seriously, the team is in shambles. Ten Hag doesn't. I feel like to an extent, I don't want to say he's in over his head, but he's confused with what you have.
So if he's confused, why are you supporting him to stay?
You can't
say you want him to stay.
His options. Okay, I will say number one, his options are limited. Right? Maybe that's kind of helping, aiding his confusion a little bit. But I'm like, I don't know. It's just very, very interesting.
He signed Anthony, right?
Anthony hasn't played bad. Anthony has not been the worst player in that team. At least with this group of players, certain players have stood out, but we just have certain players that are just, I don't know.
But Anthony and Højlund, they are not producing.
Does Højlund get service? Does he? You want Højlund to come back, get the ball, beat defenders and score? No. Look at times when our wingers will have the ball to cross, they want to shoot. He doesn't get service. I can't stress that enough. A striker.
So you're blaming Bruno Fernandes.
If you bring Erling Haaland into this Man U team, he will score goals.
Yeah.
He will not score goals. Maybe players like Jesus that can fall back, get the ball, give passes, and run in to the box to get a pass and score. Maybe those kind of players. But players with Højlund's profile, out and out strikers, that demand service and don't get it won't score. Prime Van Nistelrooy won't score. Raul won't score in this team because they don't get service. They don't get service from that midfield. They don't get service. Okay, Bruno gets the ball. He gives it to the winger. Look at Garnacho. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. Yes, he played. He got a fantastic overhead kick against Everton. Bravo. That's the pass. 2 points gone. But we need more points in front. He wants to hold the ball. He doesn't know when to dribble. He doesn't know when to pass. Now, the wingers and the midfielders are starving this striker of passes. How will he score? He can't score. I don't think Haaland is a bad. Okay, maybe he's not like a ready striker, but he's got some madass potential that I know if he gets service, he definitely will deliver. But he doesn't get it. He doesn't.
So you still believe in Haaland? You believe in Haaland?
Oh yeah.
So you believe in Haaland?
Yeah. He's not, I won't say great, he's a decent player that has some serious potential. But he doesn't get service.
Okay, so what about Anthony? You believe in him too?
Mm-hmm. Anthony will come correct. But Anthony will not live up to expectation. Anthony will need a very, very good team to play well.
So do you think Anthony will do better than Pepe?
That's a setup question. I don't know how to answer that one. that's some serious setup question.
Why would I want to set you up?
Nah, I don't. Honestly, how do I approach that question? Do I think he will? Man, Pepe. I mean, even if Pepe didn't meet, what you guys were looking for a winger, but Pepe delivered some good performances. He did. So sure. Anthony reaching up to that. Anthony reaching up to that. I hope he does. I don't want to say with certainty that he will.
No. I'm asking you a straight question. I want a straight answer.
And that's why I told you that your question is a setup question. I'm hoping he does.
What do you mean? No. What do you mean a setup question?
How do you want me to?
It's a direct question.
That question.
What do you think will do better?
Well, I believe he will.
You believe Anthony will do better than Pepe?
Yeah. Just give him one more season. After this season, next season, Anthony will come guns blazing. Don't forget Salah. Salah came to Chelsea. Salah was like, who is this guy? Then when Salah we went off the rails. So Anthony will just come and start showing you guys some levels.
So you think Anthony will do better than Pepe?
Even better than Saka self. Not for you.
Okay. Very interesting. I'll keep this clip.
I've never had this speechless before. Okay.
I will keep this clip.
But I keep it. When Anthony shows up, you guys will be like, wow, what a player. You'll be shocked.
Wow. Wait, exactly. These are the same Anthony that you guys signed. Same Anthony.
Yeah. You'll be shocked. Okay. As if electric, as if somebody placed a live wire on your legs. You'll be shocked, literally.
Okay, let me ask you last question. I don't want to take too much of time. It's Christmas Day. We need to spend time with our loved ones and do other things. So,
sure.
Who do you think will get sacked first, Poch or Ten Hag?
Poch.
Poch?
I'm thinking Poch because if this January, Boli buys like 1 or 2 players and the end of season, Chelsea is still languishing in the bottom half of the table, they probably will kick him out and get somebody else.
So you think Ten Hag is in the good graces or the good books of the Glazers, and now that Tim Ratcliffe have actually acquired a 25% stake in the club, you think they'll still keep him?
And Ratcliffe will be running the football side of things in Manchester. Yeah. I still feel he'll be there to the end of the season. I think he will. I think he'll be there to the end of the season at least. So they just assess things and maybe try to not have him make those. Okay, how do you want to play? What profile? What are the profiles of the players that you need to execute your style of play? Okay, these are the players you're identifying. These are the players we get for you. Here you go. Do your job. Let's see what's going to happen. I think they will still give him a chance next season. That's what I think.
Next season, not to the end of the season, but next season too. Yeah,
I think so.
I wish I could share your optimism. I don't know who will get, for me. Even though I think Poch might not get that time, I'm looking at Jim Ratcliffe. I always look at Ten Hag and say, man,
and go and bring
it. If they lose against, if you lose tomorrow against Aston Villa, it's not looking nice. It's not looking nice.
I'm going to bring Harry Potter.
Potter, yeah.
Please, Harry Potter. Sorry, Graham Potter and Ten Hag. What's the difference? Graham Potter that
one is bald. Yeah, one is bald. The other one is not bald. You just have one difference. I just saw the one difference.
And one is English, the other is Dutch, right?
Exactly.
Okay, now apply for yourself. I beg, please. But now, if you think about it, if they fire Ten Hag, who are they going to bring in? Who is available?
Harry Potter is available. Graham Potter is available.
Yeah, call him Harry Potter too. There's just no good manager available. So
are you saying Graham Potter is not good enough for Man U?
Excuse me? Graham Potter has the same. Graham Potter has the same. Let me say, had the same pedigree that Moyes had at Everton before he came to Man U initially. A manager who did good with a small club, let's give him this big club to run. He might actually do better. And what did he do? It was a colossal mess. And now, this same Potter went to Chelsea. If Potter was still in Chelsea, probably they'll be like 18th right now. Because he was way in over his head. So
you are actually trying to deride
one manager
deriding.
And do you know the irony, the thing, the bias of the English media that pisses me off? When I listen to this guy talk about Potter, I say, oh, I feel sorry for him at Chelsea. I feel sorry for him. Those players are not giving their all. And then for Ten Hag, they start talking all sorts of rubbish. Not even giving the man a little chance. Somebody who came in the first season, a club that hadn't won a trophy for 6 years, you want something, you finished third, right? And then this season, things are not going well. Close to 18 of his first team players are injured, and you guys are just bashing him, and you were saying, Potter, you are feeling sorry for him. They're all mad. Anyways, let's just I feel
you're part of the Ten Hag defense squad that you defend him regardless of what the table is showing you.
Because over and over, Man, you have fired managers, and they are still in the same place. So firing manager has not worked. Now you tell me that Johnny Evans, who played for Leicester City, who was let go by Leicester City after they got relegated, his contract was not renewed, plays for Man U.
Yeah, that's how far Man U has fallen.
That's how far they've fallen. And you want to put that on the manager? Don't you think
on everybody? But the manager is part of it. He endorsed that signing. He
endorsed the signing. Now the board brought the signing before him.
You should have said no. You should have said no.
And then now that almost all the center halves are injured, who would he use? He had to go and bring this guy from the feeder team, from under 21 to actually play against West Ham because our Rolls Royce broke down again.
Your Rolls Royce broke down. Your Rolls Royce or your Dasun. Okay.
At least there's Rolls Royce. Actually, Rolls Royce has there's Rolls Royce of 1980, right? There's Rolls Royce of 2000 and whatever. So our 1980 Rolls Royce, the engine oil was leaking. It broke down. Engine knocked. Okay. Always, you don't have a defender you can rely on. Ran into the ran out. Maguire that was okay, trying a little bit. Now look at Maguire that was supposed to have been offloaded. He's still there. In fact, he became like one of the pivotal members of the defense for Man U. Lisandro injured.
Yeah.
Right back, who's there? Bissaka and Dalot that is highly inconsistent. See, that team needs some serious prayers, man. Somebody cost Man U.
So, how long do you think it will take Man U to get back to their former glory? Because it looks like they're falling far from that grace. So, how long do you think it will take Man U to get back?
Give Man U 2 seasons. No quick fix. No quick fix will work. There are more defeats. Even if Ineos comes in, shakes things up a little bit, brings in maybe 1 or 2 new players in January. Give them 2 seasons before the team can actually have a spine. Even the medical staff, all of they should just fire those idiots. I don't know what they are doing. Their players will just go out and play one game and they'll get injured.
Injured, yeah.
I don't
You guys
understand
did
it.
a lot of rejigging.
Some
A lot
serious
of that.
overhauling needs to happen. Now, to say how the Malays is in that club, up to infrastructure, everything is in shambles.
I heard that you guys are actually serving raw chicken. Like,
bro, I had everything. I'm just like, oh, see, nothing surprises about my you anymore. If you saw my updates on my Instagram, that's how far we've fallen.
Okay, thank you for coming through at short notice.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you. That I have to drag you here. Hopefully,
usual,
I can
right?
drag you after the.
So maybe
match.
after the Aston Villa game. I think I've kind of gotten a thick skin now to their shenanigans. So whatever it is they put up there, we'll talk about it.
See, for me, you enjoyed the glory days. I enjoyed the other side of not having the glory days.
Will keep quiet? I remember when you be ranting on your this thing after Arsenal will lose against. Say how can these guys go and lose against you? Mention the club's name, and then you will rant, and now you're just like, okay, it was 2-1, even though they should have scored more. I said, look at this one, budget. You are spoiled. You should have scored more. You won, and you're sitting there, you should have scored more.
See, I went through the trenches with Arsenal. Let me enjoy the transition into the glory days back. So
please enjoy it, and I hope you guys. I hope you guys get a trophy this season because you guys deserve it. Arteta has done a tremendous job. I cannot.
Yeah, that's why my manager is not bald. Very good.
That's the problem. That's the problem with Arsenal fans. When people say, okay, they're trying to hand you the flowers, you guys begin to gloat. And that's why it's so easy to want you guys to. Because you're beginning to talk smack, you're beginning to talk bollocks.
What did I say wrong?
With that stupid oily smile on your face, saying that my neck not bald.
What did I say wrong?
The bald one across the street from Old Trafford. Is it not bald? Is it not good?
Guy, don't know why striking a light on the video for this. Make sure you subscribe. You're yet subscribed, and make sure you turn on those bell notifications. Very, very important. Shout out to Mr. D for blessing of the spreads on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to you guys and your family. Make sure you enjoy the compliment of the season. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.